Hello, Pretoria visitors and residents, and welcome to the Splintermagic Show. I'm your host, Baby Omega, and I stream on Splinterlands TV every Wednesday from 8 to 10 in the morning, and every Sunday, such as today, from 8 to 9 in the morning. And as I have told you before, guys, I'm trying to bring you nice people that we can talk about our favorite game, and get some exposure to the Splinterlands TV audience. So now I'm honored to present you one of the guys that I met in person on Splinterfest, an Splinterlands OG, Hive OG, even Steam OG. I present to you guys Dr. Crypto. Hello, man. How are you doing? How are you doing?
Hey, I'm pretty good.
No,
Thanks for having me
thanks for
on.
accepting my invitation. I think people can learn a lot from you. You've been long enough in the game. You've been long enough on the Steemit and then Hive keychain. So I think you have a lot to share, man. How's life? How's life going? How's life treating you after Split Fest?
Oh, what? It's going pretty well. Just back to the daily grind, going back to work. I wish every day could be a Splinterfest,
Yeah,
but I actually have to go to work today, unfortunately. But
yeah. I mean, work. Who's working, man? I mean,
those are
you
the
have
breaks.
Splinterlands. You don't need to work any much longer. Don't worry about it. Like it's almost the wait is almost over, man. We are we're getting there. Where we don't have to work anymore. Not a financial advice, but yeah, I think we're getting there. Yeah.
Right.
So anything interesting in your life after we met at the Splinterfest? Like any major changes for you?
Um,
Oh,
Lux
okay.
Vega, a nice shiny new Lux Vega in my
Okay,
in my
so I
deck.
mean, I guess that means you have tried her already. What is your opinion actually? Good that you pointed. I mean, something we can start. I want to pick your brain about Las Vegas. Do you like it? What do you think about the summoner?
I love it. I've mainly been using her with Death,
With what?
but
Oh yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
Death
It's good.
Splinter, but I I try to spread her around a little
Yeah,
bit.
imagine like yeah, a splinter that predominantly has summoners that actually are nerfing the other summoners. Now all of a sudden they have one that actually boosts them in a way. That is that crazy. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, it's definitely. See, I don't play much lately because I'm mostly renting cars for the moment. I mean, that gives me better yield until I manage to build up my deck fully. But I run every so often the Archmage bot, and
Oh, okay.
when I see it, because I watch the battles after that. I mean, the ones that I win. I don't want to see the ones that I lose, but I watch the ones that I win, and I try to pick the bot's brain. And I have to tell you, since I got Las Vega, it's probably 90+% of the battles the bot uses Las Vega, and it's supposedly optimized to choose the best lineup. So I think that talks a lot about the summoner.
Yeah, definitely. And it's nice to have a maxed summoner
Yeah.
right out of the gate.
Did you get only one copy? Did you try to get the second one of the?
No, I only got one. I didn't have a ton of money
Yeah, we were all tapped
to
out. Yeah, they
spend, but
just talking about tapped out. I did get some of your opinion prior to stream about Rooney, but yeah, to share what you think about Rooney and how do you see it and like
I I think it's a great project. It's really cool. I opted out though. I didn't join in. I might be kicking myself later on.
Maybe
We'll
it's not too late
see,
to
but
join, man. I mean, Ethereum is still cheap.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I can just buy
Yeah,
one
just
off the
for
market.
the in-game, like for just the month, the floor, like the most basic. I mean, I see you very often. I see you very often in Walking Key streams. Like, how do you not get hyped up just hearing him talk about Rudy, man? It's just
Yeah,
impossible. I mean, he's so hyped up about it, and the way he talks. Yeah,
yeah.
even if you were a non-believer,
He's the number
yeah,
one
if you were even
spokesman.
if you were not non-believer, you would. I mean, I don't know. It gets contagious, but I mean, yeah, you never know. Maybe the price will drop a little bit after this. I don't know, end of mint hype, and you can pick some just for the stats, just for having another maxed out uh legendary. A
Right,
prom a
right.
promo. Because now you have Las Vegas, and then you have um Doc, Dr. Blight, not Dr. Crypto, Dr. Blight, and then you have the runi, and it's kind of like out of the gate. That's three promo cards that, I mean, I think it will be useful just for the rebirth, even just alone for the rebirth thing, because, like, for example, in poison rule set, it will be very powerful. You're getting it resurrected and it's already non-poisoned. But
Right.
see, right off the bat, three promo cards, and that's like additional, what was it, like 30% on your reward shares? Was it 10% for promo cards? I'm not quite sure, but something like that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, again, not a financial advice, but maybe you get interested in that. And you told me you're not much of a sports fan, but how do you feel about the Genesis League uh, platform, and especially the Genesis League Goes game that is supposedly coming up?
I did I did get a few packs, and the the staking is crazy right now. I forget. I think After Sound had a video the other day about it's like something like 900%
It was it
APR
was
right now
over
on the.
3,500, but yeah, I mean, it was actually over 6,000, I think, at some
Wow.
point. But yeah, see, with that crazy amount of airdrop, like, at some point it gets diluted, like more and more people staking, and it gets slower. But in the beginning, it was sweet, yeah.
Right.
But I was more like asking, like, do you think, sorry, do you think it's an exciting something exciting that will bring new eyeballs on the games and some new fresh blood in the project?
I I do. I think. Well, it all depends on the game. Like how this card game they're developing, how it plays out. If it sucks, well then
Well, I
nobody's
mean,
gonna
they
play
have
it.
some records, so you
Um,
can judge them by that. Like, with card games, I mean, they have some records. Splinterlands. You heard
oh
the
really?
company
Okay.
Splinterlands? I mean, they're cool, man. You should check them out.
No, I meant Genesis
Yeah, well,
League. uh, I mean that's the only reason why I've played Splinterlands this whole time is because of the game. Number
yeah.
number one, first and foremost, and the fact that hey, I get rewarded in
For
more
something that you would
assets.
have done anyways, even if there were no rewards.
Exactly.
What about the tower defense? Like, is it something you think it's
I I do love a good tower defense game. And I bought. I don't have a ton of packs for those, but I'm eager to see how what that game entails. Like, are you gonna need a ton of cards to level up everything, or is it gonna be playable, early on with just the basic set? So
yeah,
I'm
from
eager
what
to
I
see
from what I
how
heard, it
how
like
it.
every NFT will have its own ECR, so the more towers you have, the longer you can play, or something like that. So, so yeah, I
Okay.
mean, at the end of the day, I think they learned their mistakes, things that they've done wrong in Splinterlands, and they'll try to avoid it in the new game, even though it's like not really PvP one, it's more like PvE game. Still, I don't think. I mean, since it's got similar economy, I think they'll want to avoid everything they did wrong here. So yeah, I'm sure they'll have incentive for people owning plenty of assets. I'm not big, like I think I get like hundred of them just to support the project. I do love tower defense games, but
Yeah.
I was tapped out, man. I mean, I'm honest, like that. It was that this time it was like this is coming and this is coming and this is coming and this is cost this much. And talking about costing, I mean, what do you think? Do you plan on jumping on any of these end of year sales? Because I mean, I think the numbers are quite high.
No. Yeah, I would have to get on a pool to do that. And yeah, I don't think so. If I'm gonna spend DEC, I think I'll just probably um, buy individual cards now that have a basic idea of what I
Yeah,
need.
actually, I was
Far
like I was considering it when I saw that Gene Boo is offering like 85% um, not discount, but yeah, bonus. I was thinking like, well, maybe it's worth it. But then when I did the calculation with the friend of my friend Vozena, actually turned out like a pack would come at a price which is a little bit like just a little bit lower than what they're going on for at Hive at the moment. Hive on tribal decks. So
yeah,
it's still the same deal. Like you don't get anything well, I mean, okay, you get the promo cards, but that's about it because you don't get the airdrop points. You don't get when you go in the pool. You don't get anything. So it's kind of like,
right.
do I want to commit this to packs or yeah, I still need my deck. I still need to build up my deck to finish building up my chaos deck. So maybe yeah, individual cards is I don't know. I just don't know how many people would jump into the big buy orders, but for the people that actually managed to get in, like to get the whole exclusive order, yeah, I guess it would be worth it. But just for pulling, I don't know, it's much different than buying packs of Hive or third party market or even in game.
Yeah.
Steve here. Steve says, I think the cards in tower defense level up like our cards. So if you have high level cards, you have you and push you like more. Level cards you push you like more. So yeah, he's also thinking that we'll be having like the more you get, more have options. But pretty much unlike the Genesis League soccer, you excited about tower defense. Yeah,
Oh,
actually, talking
definitely.
about excitement,
Yeah.
like I mean, we are almost I mean, the last month of the year, really. So, what what excites you the most about 2023 in regards of Splinterlands? Like, what is the one single thing that you expect the most? And we can
Well,
omit land because I mean I know land will be the obvious choice, like the obvious answer. But aside from that,
right, right.
what do you think? Like one thing? Can you name one thing?
Well, I don't know what. I mean, I I really just want to see where my land is, but uh, when when is tower defense supposed
I
to
think quarter
come
one
out?
in 2023, if I'm not mistaken. I'm
Okay.
hoping at latest. at least something playable by
Yeah.
then. But soon, ish.
Yeah. So that's on the horizon. That's definitely something to look
Yeah.
forward to. Um, I don't know. What
Well,
about
to be
you?
honest, I'm I think I'm most excited about the Genesis League goals.
Uh,
But yeah, that's me being more interested in soccer than other people. And see it, I started my gaming back in the days probably with one of the main genres I was playing was sports simulations and sort of like football managers. And I mean football like football, not the American football. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So I spend hours and hours playing those strategy, like those football managers, and I used to love it. And I know that won't be a football manager per se; it will still be a trading card game and stuff. But it's still exciting concept because of maybe I can how I can relate to football and here I'm not very familiar yet with all American team. I mean, I'm getting my hang of it. I even chose a team I'll support. But yeah, it's new and it's not because yeah, I like the sport itself, and now it's just a new league, and they're pretty much I've watched some highlights of some of their games. They're pretty close to European football, and I know you said you don't watch the World Cup, but if you were, um, like I think 95% of the starting 11 of US are actually playing in European leagues, like in European teams.
Hmm.
So it's like getting there, and I think football can bring a lot of people in. I think it's huge all over the world. Not as much here, but it's getting bigger here as well. I mean, I see the MLS stadiums, when I watch the replay, the highlights, I see them full with people, which means there is some interest. So, and
Yeah.
outside of US, like it's huge. The interest is huge. I mean, if you see any game, see like from the World Cup, you see the stadiums like full with people, and yeah, I'm just excited about the opportunity it can bring to whole ecosystem. I think it's important because I love internet.
Is there going to be a gold foil Ted Lasso
Probably not Ted
card?
Lasso, but yeah, yeah. I mean, they can honor him definitely for sure. I mean, I heard the movie from Walking Keys, and I was like, oh, sounds interesting. I'll give it a try. And then I watched like almost the whole first season in 2 days, and then I started to watch. You remember the tall guy that I was with, Wozena? I taught him as
Oh
well. I
yeah, yeah.
taught him as well about it, and he also watched it like 2 days. I mean, it's great. It's great series. I mean, especially the first season is great. I mean, but you like it despite not liking sports, huh? But you like the
What's
movie
that?
despite of not liking sports as much.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I think I think that
yeah.
I'm glad that Walking Key shared that he was amazed by that movie. I did. I mean, that show. I liked it a lot. And you said you want to see where your land is, but just see where it is, or that's the most exciting part.
Well, I mean, land. It would be nice if it was all done all at
2 years
once,
ago.
but
Yeah,
yeah, 2 years ago, exactly. I just, yeah, it'll be good to see a little
yeah.
progress.
So you're
Just a
excited
little
about
progress.
the coming up review, and do you think actually they'll hit the deadline, like they'll do it before Christmas?
I'm hoping that would be great.
Yeah, we do. We
That's what
all we
they're.
all do hope, but but do you think like I mean, how you feel? Your gut,
Yeah,
what your gut
I don't
tells you.
know. I think
Yeah,
they're
I think they
really
are.
trying. I I think this date of right before Christmas, they they set out and said, okay, what's something we can actually achieve? And the land point five is what they see as achievable. So hopefully there's no hiccups and hopefully everything goes smoothly and everybody can reveal their land and
Well,
see
they
what
have
they got.
already land point zero zero. Like they got the non-card market out. So, are you? I mean, do you like?
Right.
Did you check it out? Did you like it the way they did it? Like,
I did. I checked it out. It looks cool. I tried moving some totems over into the game and it didn't work.
oh,
So I don't know what I'm doing wrong there, but I just
did you
need to
did you
fool
had
around with it a little
any of
more.
those? Like, do you have any of that rarity in your items already?
Yeah, well, they're
Yeah,
on
but all of
Hive
them are on
Engine.
Hive Engine. Like, I know,
Yeah.
I remember when you go to cards and then you go to other, and where are the totems when you, I mean, I don't know,
Oh, it shows up there.
that, yeah, and then you transfer or tokenize. Tokenize is moving it out, transfer is moving in. So I don't know if that's
Yeah.
helpful, but I mean, if it's showing here,
But
because
yeah.
see, I don't have legendary, so it's not showing at all. So I don't know if you, but yeah, it's just so, um, scary when you're moving valuable items in the game, and
Oh
then you
yeah.
like, oh, what would it just go somewhere else and I never get it back? Because in crypto you can just lose it like in an instance. I mean, I remember I remember
Yeah.
when I was having the Archmage token, and then I was making a alt account. So at the beginning I was like playing several days in one account and moving the cards to another account and sending the token there. And then all of a sudden I'm sending the token to the other account, and then I log in the other one and I don't see it. And I'm like, what the hell did it just happen? I mean, that time it was like already 150 or something dollars. So I was like, what the hell did just happen? And
Oh
then
no.
I went back, I looked at the transaction, and then it turns out when I was sending it, I missed one letter of the username. So what did I do? I just opened another account with that name. And lo and behold, the token was there. But yeah, I was like, phew, that was
Oh
close.
my gosh.
S-
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
so
saved it.
yeah, it's kind of like tricky moving around presumably valuable assets. But yeah, that was a nice, exciting morning because morning you're a little bit sleepy when
Yeah.
you're doing stuff and it's like almost like automatically, but then not really automatically. You're up and then you're like start power kicking your brain. What can I do now? What can I do now? So yeah, that was fun. Uh, do you mind sharing how many plots you have and what is your plan for them?
Oh, I don't have a lot. I've only got 4 plots right now. Trying to I think 5 will be a good number for me.
Did you decided to miss on that like you did on Rooney once upon a time? Because I know you were here when the pre-sale came. You were here from Alpha Days.
Yeah, for the Rooney
No, the
presale
land,
or
the
the
land
land
pre-sale.
presale? Yeah, I got 3 of them during the presale. So
Cool.
I think they were like
Yeah, 12, I think.
$14 or
But
something.
are you regretting it
Well,
now?
yeah.
No, no,
Oh
no. That you
no.
just got three.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's my Splinterlands story. It's like from the beginning is my motto could be, why didn't I
Yeah,
get
actually,
more?
I'll be interested.
Uh,
I never heard your Splinterland story. Like, how did you come to the game? Like, what was in the beginning? Like, yeah, you can. I will be definitely happy to hear more about the beginning of your Splinterland journey.
um, I was on Steam It, which was the old Hive, and there was a post about, hey, we're building a game on the Steam blockchain, and they did like a pre-sale before the game was even released. So I forget how much it what the offer was, but uh, yeah. So I invested a few back then, not knowing if there even was gonna be a game, if they were gonna follow through on their on what they were trying to do, and
I remember seeing I remember
lo and
seeing all those
behold,
posts, and I was thinking like, oh, that's not a scam. Because I mean, I think you remember there was some kind of mafia game on Steam at that time as well.
oh yeah,
So it
yeah,
was like initial hype, and then
yeah,
people invested money, and then just it was like, okay, well, I mean, it just died off. So I was like, oh no, I'm not touching this. Especially that happened. I remember around the ICO hype and all the ice shops blowing up,
yeah,
blowing out, like getting people's money and making a rack. And I was like, oh, that's probably not a just scam. Like they want to sell some pictures and get and make some money. So yeah, for a long time I was staying away from the game. But exactly as Steve says, almost all the stories are. I wish I got more from back in the day. Yeah, he's right about that. But so
for
then,
sure.
yeah, you saw it, you bought some
Hindsight.
packs, and then,
And then, so then the game came out, and initially during the alpha phase, I think all the
yeah,
rewards were
for a long time,
packs.
then two.
So you just got alpha packs as rewards, and and I was like, hey, this is great, you know. By the time beta rolled around, I set up an alt account for my son to play, and he played for a little while, but sort of fell off. I kept that one going, and I don't know. I think, well, now both of the accounts are they both can get up to diamond, so
And and where he was he
it's
were he to stick in like to stay, he would be set up for life, I think. But yeah, I guess he was not interested.
yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
he was not interested.
I like to show him. I like to say, see, if you would have
Yeah,
stuck with
exactly.
it,
Rub it in, definitely.
show him that dollar
Yeah.
total on
And he's like,
or
oh, but
P
that's not
monsters.
real, even real money. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I missed the alpha part, but and then even into better, I got into better, but then I just at the beginning I was just playing with whatever I get initially, and um then at least before the hype I managed to get some cards, like managed to get my Lord Ariantus to gold level, my Jordan and Lama to gold level, but missed on Kitty. But yeah, I mean at least I managed to get some of them. But now it's like I cannot even play with them wild because if you want to compete high, have them at higher levels. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, I guess it's a fresh start. So Now I'm my whole idea now is to build up my Chaos and Drift Watcher Max decks, and then wait for Rebellion, wait
Wow.
for MTM to roll out, and then maybe I'll have a competitive chance. But we'll see about that. That's the plan. So that's why I'm like, I do enjoy playing every now and then, and when I get my cards off the market, but like when the Archmage is playing them, I also pitch in. Like I like to play some games here and there. But since it's tough when you're not like when you're constantly getting beat on not having high enough level of the card, kind of frustrating. Like you
Yeah.
think of all the strategy, you put it in place, and then you just like, oh whoa, I mean, if I had this at the appropriate level, I could have. And then I was like, well, I can just random because I have some of the old cards, so I can just random collect the DC and then just finish whatever I need to finish about my chaos deck. That's why I was like a little bit staying away from the deal. It's a good deal. Like if you get 80% bonus on a pack, like if you buy 100, you get 185. It's not a bad deal, but again, just the price is the same on Hive, so I better focus on individual
Yeah.
cards,
The uh, the competition has gotten pretty crazy over the years.
especially lately.
Whether it, yo man, yeah, it's. I mean, could be the new bot scripts or
No,
and
no,
just the
it just
people as
everything
well.
changed
You
when
know.
they changed the whole five daily quest thing where you have to win 5 battles. So you don't like you fight, you don't really care if you win or lose because you know at the end of the day you just need to finish five. Like you get to it eventually, even if it takes you 20 battles. It was like every now and then you come upon somebody that is just a lower league or whatever, it
Yeah.
doesn't have the cards or whatever, and you get your wins one way or another. So yeah, once they remove that, once every win began mattering, it was like, oh,
Yeah. I understand that the team wants the players to play more, you know, and play more games, but I really and this is my pet peeve. When you get a focus, say you get a focus for water splinter, and you have to play water splinter, and then you can go 10 matches and water won't be available to play. That drives me
oh, you mean
nuts.
now?
Yeah,
Well,
now,
but I
now.
mean, see, the good part is like you don't really get penalized for it. You're just not getting extra because I mean, as
Right.
before, it was like okay, I mean, then you have water splinter, and what you're doing like your last 20 matches are all in water splinter, and first it makes you very
Yeah.
predictable, and second it it has given them both options to exploit the game as they read like 10 cards from one splinter and then they roll with them. So I think overall it was a good thing not to have your focus guaranteed because they cannot focus on only one splinter anymore. I mean, they can probably, but that
Yeah.
means they will be losing quite a lot of games on top of not performing very well in general with only one level BCX card.
Right.
Steve says,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
that is a
gotta
bummer,
play.
but like sometimes you get one that you never want to use. That's uh probably that's about the focuses. But I mean, first, yeah, we have one reload, and second, to be honest, I don't really focus on focuses anymore. It's like, okay, I mean, if it falls within my, I usually want to even not look at it, so I don't know what my focus is, because if I know, my mindset when making a team will be, okay, this is my focus, so I have to use this type of monsters, and then you end up like messing up your strategy just because you want to get bonus, which it's ironic because at the end of the day, when you lose, you don't get anything. So bonus on zero is still zero.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not focusing. Like I know it's extra, and I know it can easily build up, especially if you're playing the whole team in supported. I mean, whenever possible, of course. But at the end of the day, I just want that stress out. I want like, okay, I have this rule set. I'll make the best with what I have, and if by any chance some of those cards fall within the focus rules, well, I mean, I'll get some extra. If not, well, doesn't matter really. Especially
Yeah.
with that price of SPS, you're like, oh, okay. I mean, whether I earn 1.2 or 1.5 SPS, I mean, does it really matter? I guess in the long run it does, but for the moment, like, cool. I can live with that, definitely.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're still playing in WoW?
Still playing in Wild. Yep. I don't think I've switched over to modern at all.
Or ever will, right?
Probably not. I mean, maybe if once Rebellion comes out and I can get a decent deck going with that and Rift Watchers and
So
Chaos
you missed part
Legion.
of the Untamed?
Um, I've got yeah, I've got I don't even know. My cards are a mess. I need to
Yeah,
organize.
no, because I remember just before the hype, for maybe like because 6 or 7 months I was just away from the game because it came to a point where it was like a grind and not really fun.
Yeah.
I remember every season, just since I couldn't compete for gold leaderboard, I was competing for silver leaderboard, and probably that's why I got the Yodin and the Llama at that level, like max for silver. But it was like you play the whole season just to get into the top 20 or 25, whatever it was, just to get some extra DC. And it was like you win 20 games, you get 3 rank up each, and then you lose one to somebody with lower rank, and then you go minus 36. And then it's like 13 games, it just
Yeah.
just went out the drain, and now you have to start over. And it was fun for a while, but then it gotten really repetitive. So I was like, I took a break, and then all of a sudden one day I just got the email or whatever it was from Splinterlands saying like, "Oh, SPS is here," blah blah blah. And I was like, "Okay, let me check out," and then the rest is history. I mean, we know all the hype, and the moment you turn around, Untamed was gone, Dice was gone, everything was gone. There was nothing on the shelves
Yeah.
anymore. So, do you have any? Do you expect anything similar to happen once the burn is? Hello, hello, doggy. Once the
Just
the
failed.
burning starts, I mean, actually, once the set ends, because now we have fixed date.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going to happen, actually. I mean, I'm not, I'm not a big, you know, I just play the game for fun. I'm not a tokenomics guy, or I leave the,
You're not a Darkest Night. I got it.
no,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I leave all the speculation and the market watching for the people who can
Have you
articulate
ever taken out
that.
profit from the game, like something significant?
I did, yeah. I mean, and it was just it was a DEC. I wanted to do it just to see,
Yeah,
if I
potentially.
could, and how it's done and everything. And I pulled out like $600. out of dark energy crystals and got it in my bank account. So, and at that point, that was the amount of money I
Oh,
had
sorry,
put
yeah.
into the game.
You're
So I
playing with
was
house money
completely
now.
break even. Yeah. Well, but now since then I
Oh,
put I put a little more in.
okay.
Chaos Legion
Yeah.
stuff.
So you have a even though you're playing in WoW, you still have like you put the effort to make some decent Chaos Legion deck or like full maxed Chaos Legion deck, or how is it?
Yeah, I think my summoners are I'm working on getting all my I think they're almost all up to level 6
Oh, you have a
for
max summoner,
Chaos
man,
Legion.
for all battles, 95% of the battles. I think you should focus on something else. I mean, you are covered in the summoner category with
Uh,
Lux Vega. I mean,
right, right. Yeah.
so wait. I mean, you're telling me you have like silver level Chaos Agent deck?
Oh yeah.
Well, probably, and playing in Diamond Plus in the wild, right? Like with the wild, like the previous sets, alphabet and stuff. Are you
Yeah.
not tempted with those low prices at the moment to build up your Chaos deck as well? Up to a
I have
yeah,
been. I have
yeah.
been slowly um trying to earn a little DEC and or buy DEC and slowly level
I think now
cards
it's
up.
perfect, but it's
And
like
I think
I
that
was watching the cards and like
yeah,
so many discounts. And I know that it's like a lot of things to buy, but uh, just awesome. Yeah, I managed to at least get almost all of my reward cards maxed. I need. That's a good thing. And I watched
yeah.
lately. I watched a video, I think from Jarvie or something. It was, I think, the name of the author was Jarvie something. So I'm assuming it's the same Jarvie, but about big monsters and how you can get cards almost for free because now the bots or whatever whoever is like is selling the reward cards almost at burn rate, man. So you can get them at burn
Wow.
rate. I did get like 5 level 10 Madam Pierce at one maxed out at 1.999 like 2000 DEC, and their burn value is 2100 at max. Plus you get the 5%, so it's like
Wow.
you're getting free DEC at this point, and yeah, it's crazy.
And don't you get the peak monsters? Isn't there a token you get for
Oh
using
yeah,
peak
but
monsters?
it's like it's peanuts really. Like 2000
Uh,
TC is what, like a dollar, uh less than $2, a dollar
oh
something.
yeah.
So I mean you don't get much, but yeah, it was just I put since I watched that video, I was like, yeah, I mean obviously he was right about it. I was like, I'm putting all rarities, I'm putting minimum DC bet for like 20 CP of, I mean 5 DC for commons, 20 for rare, 100 for epic, and 500 for legendary, because those are like the CP values, which is something you can get. And then if you max them out, even you get something on top. So it's fun to see how low have gone the prices, and how some bot owners, I don't know if they don't realize or that they don't care, but they actually selling them cheaper than that they can burn it for, which is crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah. Now's
that's
the
what I was
time to get
focusing
them.
on lately, and I don't say that I hate it, because I mean it doesn't happen every day that you get some of your bits filled, but let me go here like market history. You can see this all this Madam Pierce level 10 for 1.999.194. So it's like, and they're rented out. So by the time I decide to burn them, they're also accumulating some value, like negligible, but still. Okay, so yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah,
Good
exactly.
stuff. Well, any like I was wondering your opinion on a little bit on Hive and Steam. Like, do you remember what was the reason for the fork to start with, forking Steam to Hive? And because you were around that time, and I was, but I didn't
Oh
pay
yeah,
much
yeah.
attention, and I was thinking you were more in depth. So I was curious about, maybe you can tell about
Yeah, that was
the whole Tron,
the
yeah,
whole
the whole
Justin
Tron drama.
Sun. Yeah. I'm well, Justin Sun tried to get rid of the witnesses and put his own witnesses in so he could do whatever. I guess the original witnesses froze some of his assets. Um, but yeah, I'm glad that Hive split off from there and
Yeah,
became
and
what
I
it
see
is today.
the market
For
shows
sure.
it was the right move. I mean, I think the price for both assets, team is lacking way behind, man, way behind.
Yeah.
Well, and at least we got like doubled our assets at this point. Yeah,
Yeah,
now all
right?
the hype that I have
Yeah.
it thanks to the team that I had staked, like powered. So I mean, you can't say no to that.
When I was on Steam there was this guy. He was known as the most interesting man on Steam and uh, we would talk and go back and forth, on all our posts and stuff. Today, that's Walking
No,
Keys.
yeah.
he was
Yeah,
my old
he
Steam
mentions it every now
friend.
and then. He mentions it how you are the first probably guy in Steam he came upon, and yeah, I guess you guys you haven't met before Splinterfest, right?
No,
How was like
no.
meeting? I mean, you probably watched his streams at least before that, so you
Yeah,
had some visual
yeah,
idea. But
I
I
did.
was wondering, like, how's the first, like, what's the feeling like? You've communicated uh with somebody for years, and then all of a sudden you just see them in person. It's like, for me it's the other way around. I met a lot of awesome nice people and Splinterfest, like yourself, and then I keep in touch with them. Now it's like, now that I seen them already in person, there is some, developing some, friendship, or however you want to call it. But the opposite is kind of like, I'm curious, it's never happened to me before. So uh how you feel about meeting somebody you knew for a long time in person, actually?
That was awesome. I mean, yeah, I can't say enough positive things about just everybody that I was able to meet at Splinterfest. Uh, there were so many people that I didn't meet. Like I'll be playing a game and I see the game. I mean, they could have bought their titles, but I see the gambler or the high roller, and I was like, oh, I don't think I I don't think
Yeah,
I got to
and
meet that person at
probably a lot of people
Splinterfest.
you wish you had more time to spend with, because I know I do. I feel like
Yeah,
I
definitely.
spend a lot of time with certain people, and I think with you mostly the last day, like outside of the event. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
but there are a lot of like I haven't gotten just. I mean, it was a difficult task to start with, but I haven't the chance to spend much time with Darkest Night. I mean, he was always busy talking with other people.
He was
Yeah,
all
he
over
was
the place.
always
Yeah.
in somebody's like circle of attention. So yeah, there are also a lot of people, other people like you just don't have time. I was thinking, well, it's a 3 day event. I mean, we started from Friday night. To be honest, like we were gathering in front of the HyperX arena and everything. So yeah, it was fun, but I were you in the group from Friday that we were walking around and we went to get beers and stuff from the gas station? I'm not. I already no. You
Oh
missed.
no,
You
I
missed that
didn't. No,
part.
I
Yeah,
didn't.
it was. I know Jim Morgan was there. Uh, Infidel was there, and but yeah, you just meet random people. And since I was wearing my Bozena, the guy that I was with, he for my birthday he gave me as a present one shirt that says Splinterlands. So I was wearing that
Oh,
shirt,
cool.
and then we were walking like whoever we were passing by. Oh, you're from Splinterfest or whatever, and they were joining. And at the end of like we were like 10 or 12 people, and we went up to Infidel's room, and then I had to go and pick up Angry Chipmunk from the airport and stuff. But yeah, it was insane. Like people were opening up straight to almost strangers, because a lot of people I haven't had the chance to communicate with. Oh, did we lose you? Oh,
No,
okay, we
I'm here.
lost your camera. That's for sure. But
Oh,
I didn't have. Yeah,
weird.
let me see if I can get you back. Where was it? Sorry, guys. 1 second. Technical technical
That's
difficulties.
yeah, it's no
Okay, I
big
see
deal.
you here. Room. So let's see what happened here. How we had that. Well,
You
yeah, I
can
can
still
still
hear
hear
me,
you.
right?
So yeah, I guess OBS
Okay.
decided to give a unpleasant surprise at the end. But yeah, people. So anyways, they know who I'm talking with. But my point was like people opening up to complete strangers. Just it was it was like another level. The whole communication was on another level. You're feeling like
Yeah,
even though you meet people
yeah,
for the first time, and maybe because some of them I've been watching on the internet, so I have the idea about them anyways. But it feels like you know these people for ages, man. It's like I cannot wait for the next place. I mean, I hope I can go. I don't know where
yeah.
it will be. I'm kind of limited to where I can go, but
And
I wouldn't mind another Vegas event.
yeah,
Vegas
we'll
is cool.
see. I, they might do an East Coast. I don't know.
Yeah,
As long as it's in the U.S., I can probably make it.
yeah. Well, I probably we should even say as long as it's on the West Coast, but maybe I can make it somewhere
Yeah.
further down. I don't know. But definitely see, it's like what, 2 months now? Was it two? Yeah, 2 months since the event, and people are still talking about it, and I think will be talking about it for a while, because it was just mind blowing. I mean, I haven't been to any blockchain related fest or anything. So for me, it was a first time experience, and I admit I loved it. So have you been to any of
Yeah.
the Steam Fest or Hive Fests?
No, not the big ones. There's been a few of the small
Mm-hmm.
meetups around town,
Yeah.
but that's about it.
Because I was like, yeah, just wondering, uh, can it be compared, uh, the experience from another blockchain meeting, meetup, or like, yeah, with Splinterfest?
Right.
Because I have now no point of comparison, so I don't know for sure. We
Yeah,
don't
I
near.
don't I
Well,
don't really either.
I mean, at least we had our fun, and it was awesome, and we got
Right?
a awesome summoner on top of that as well. So yeah, I mean, did you watch Jim Morgan, man, pulling those gold foils? Oh my
Oh,
God,
geez,
yeah.
yeah.
Talking about lucky,
Insane.
yeah. But I'm happy for him because like for weeks he was talking like, whoa, I mean, I need to get the gold Vega, and I don't know how. I have to figure out how to get all the uh, like all the assets I need to pull it off, and then he got not one, he got two. So I guess, when you want something that bad, I guess, see,
Yeah.
all you need to
He just
ask it,
willed it into
ask and thy shall be
existence.
given, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have like I have like 3 minutes left in my stream. I really really enjoyed talking to you, man, and we should do that
Yeah. Good to
again.
see you
I mean,
again.
it was fun for me. I don't know about you, but I totally enjoyed our conversation. Uh, I appreciate I
For sure.
appreciate your no,
Thanks
I
for having
appreciate you
me on here.
accepting my invitation, and I hope I can get to talk to you in front of our audience some other time as well. So, um, yeah, just
Anytime.
stay safe, and happy holidays because they're coming, and somewhere in the
Whether you
maybe
make it
somewhere
or
in the
not.
beginning of the year we can do one about land once it's out, because anyways I'm thinking of covering uh land a lot on my show once it's out. So yeah,
Yeah.
maybe we can do that too.
I'm I'm really interested in all the whatever crafting abilities they have and resource abilities and how that's
Yeah,
all
it will
going to
be
work. So
a
that would be
complete other
great
game, yeah,
to
on another level. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
thanks again,
Yeah.
man. Thanks again, and talk to you later. I'll say my goodbyes with the
All
audience
right.
as well, since they've been so nice to be around and be with us. And I'll talk to you later, man.
All right.
Well, I mean, that was Dr. Crypto. I hope you guys enjoyed our conversation. It was definitely fun for me to talk with him again after Interface. He's an amazing guy. I really, I really enjoyed being in his company. So I just wanted to present him to you. I hope you had just as much fun as I did while we talk about our favorite game. And I do appreciate your support, guys, that you are around here. It's for some people early, early in the morning on a Sunday. I know I'm one of the people.